Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Morning everybody! Well, I hope you noticed that the pictures I used at the beginning were the backs of Harry and Meghan, and that would be because they basically turned their backs on everything. So this is a longer than usual video. We have multiple topics to touch on. I apologize. I'm sure it has not gone unnoticed that for people who want out of the royal family so badly, they're still using everything royal. So what you're looking at above was Meghan's royal cipher, and they were using it to send out press releases, and it was on Meghan's official letterhead. And notice, of course, that it's got the crown on it. Then the story broke yesterday that Meghan and Harry have official stationery, and they're using a picture on it from when they were on one of their royal tours. And they really don't need to be on social media because they are getting everybody else to release stuff for them. Now here's the interesting part. Take a look now at the next photo. That's right, people. The couple that wants out of the royal family and wants nothing to do with the royal whatever and duties is still using the royal crown on their thank you notices. Not that you guys haven't figured this out already, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's very obvious that they want the notoriety of the royal family without any of the responsibilities. Now, these next stories are all from Harry and Meghan's PR team, and this just shows you what they're putting out. First, it's the oh, woe is me, the Queen put her foot down, and this is just terrible, and Harry and Meghan misjudged what was happening. The next story was how Kamala Harris could appear on Meghan and Harry's podcast. Then there's the story about how Meghan and Harry are being kept busy by Archie. They've even released a completely senseless article about Archie's nursery. I think the PR team is working overtime at this point since Megxit is next month. Their 12 months are up next month, and they're trying to improve their profile. And I'm telling you now, there is nothing that can improve that profile. Now, Harry recently went and put out a video statement for the Invictus Games. They even got Harry to make his statement in a different part of the house so they could put out the story about how he debuted his kitchen. And here's a screenshot of the video, and as you can see, the only thing he shows are his kitchen cabinets. So for somebody complaining about clickbait, this is clickbait. Look at the cabinets, click on here. Now we all know the Invictus Games is one of his patronages that's probably going to go bye-bye next month, so let me show you what he had to say in this video.
To the key workers on the front lines in the battle against the pandemic.
We're with you.
And when the world is ready,
we will compete.
So let's do it together.
This boy is pushing hard to keep this patronage, but I believe he's about to learn a hard lesson in consequences of actions. I, for one, also find it very interesting that Harry and Meghan have not said one word about Captain Sir Tom Moore. They did not join in with the clapping. They did nothing but put out a video about the Invictus Games. And to me, that speaks volumes. Now, as an update to my previous video about the birth certificate, apparently this is not over yet. Just to bring you up to date very, very quickly, it was found out that Meghan had changed Archie's birth certificate, and she claimed that Kensington Palace made her do it. A woman that, of course, never listened to anybody, supposedly allowed Buckingham Palace to remove her from her own child's birth certificate. Buckingham Palace shot back and said, no. Buckingham Palace even suggested at one point that the change was made due to a clerical error, but this was questioned by Rebecca English, who is the Daily Mail royal editor, who said that the Sussexes, I can never say their name, were being assisted by the Queen's highly experienced former deputy private secretary Samantha Cohen, and she's not someone given to make significant errors, clerical or otherwise. She also stated, nor, for that matter, are the team at Westminster Register's office who are well-versed in recording royal births. Supposedly, Harry and Meghan's claim that this was all done by the palace caused so much tension that one palace staffer actually broke down crying. Can you say final nail in the coffin? This next article made me physically ill. You have a clergyman from the Church of England's parish who condemned the clapping that they were going to do for Mr. Moore. He said that the cult of Captain Tom is a cult of white British nationalism. I will offer prayers for the repose of his kind and generous soul, but I will not be joining the national clap. Well, I hope he's enjoying his job, because I don't think he's going to have one for much longer. The diocese had a response for him. And for those who can't read it, the diocese basically said that his comments were unacceptable, insensitive, and ill-judged. And even though he immediately removed the tweet and apologized, he cannot undo the hurt that he has caused. They announced that there is now a review underway, that they have a certain way they expect their clergy to behave. And I don't think this guy's going to have a job much longer. The national clap went on without this guy. And for those who didn't see it, here's a little snippet of this fabulous tribute to a wonderful man. I cannot explain why every time I go to mention this man's name, I get teary-eyed. I'm not sure what's wrong with me. I never met him. He doesn't live in my country, but there's just something about him. He's just fabulous. And finally, to close my video, I had multiple people complain that I said we should send them to Australia. One person, Michelle Toramaru, I hope I said that correctly, basically said she doesn't like me anymore because I said I was going to send them to Australia, and she's no longer impressed with me. And she told me I was rude because I'm always asking for money. So for everybody I offended, I apologize. I agree that Australia is a beautiful country. I can certainly understand why you don't want them, because God knows we don't want them. And the reason, by the way, that I said Australia is because in my brain, it's literally on the other side of the world and as far away from me as you can get. As far as the coffee fund goes, I don't believe that pointing out the link is in the description box is the same thing as begging for money. All of that goes to help frontline workers. I will not apologize for trying to do something nice for people. Michelle, we will miss you from our channel, and good luck. And I know how tough things can be right now. Believe me, we're there also. So from the smallest amount to the largest amount, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, for those who have donated, thank you. And I'm going to highlight one more comment. Lady Lunatic said, how come those who condemn free speech always have the most to say? And all I can say to that is spot on, my friend. You are spot on. So what do you guys think of their continued use of the crown on their stationery and their continued attempts to hang on to their patronages with this video Harry put out about the Invictus Games and, the stuff that was put out about Megan and the animals? Don't forget to leave your suggestions, thoughts, and comments below. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter @LongSally. Don't forget to email me at SueSmith1112. Don't forget the link for the coffee fund is up in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the bell on the subscribe button, and as always, have a fabulous day.